Hi everyone, meteorologist Rusty Dawkins once again here in a big thing of snow. Snow is on the way. This is an interesting storm. We've kind of been talking about this for the last few days, and we have the potential for a lot of snow for some areas, and we may see less in others. And there's a lot to go over. So let's move me over here. And okay, first and foremost, the snowfall potential for Lincoln. These are all the models that I really have access to on a regular basis: GFS, Euro, GEFS, the NAM, the graph, and the HRRR. Now, this is through Wednesday morning, but the bulk of the snow, the accumulating snow anyway, will be through the first part of the day on Monday, and then just lingering Tuesday into Wednesday morning. So how much are we looking at? Well, models aren't completely agreeing yet. I mean, look at the GFS versus the NAM. That's 6 inches difference right there. Euro at 5.5, GEFS is at 3.5, almost 6 for the graph, and HRRR around 4.2. So basically, if you kind of level those out, you're looking at around 3 inches of snow, maybe 4 inches of snow, maybe like the 2 to 4 range makes sense, right? Okay, so that's Lincoln. We're going to now go over to Stormcast. This is a basic overview of what's going to happen over the next few days. Notice that rain first, changing to a rain-snow mix in eastern Nebraska. Like I said, this is a weird storm. This is basically going to come from east to west. 1 a.m. Monday morning, Christmas morning, Santa flying through, a rain-snow mix, maybe some slick spots out there. We may see a little freezing rain as it changes over to snow, which is right here. Now, this is critical. When does it switch over to snow? Does it do it sooner? Does it do it later? This is just kind of an overview and just one model, so it may be sooner, maybe later, but notice according to this model, by 6 a.m. Monday, all snow for the eastern half of the state. And then that's basically how it stays. Now notice southeast Nebraska doesn't have full-on snow. It's just more flurry. So I think south of Interstate 80, less snow, more snow the further north you go. And then look at this thing. It just kind of spins away from Lincoln and Omaha and Beatrice by Monday night, and central Nebraska, basically from not the Panhandle, not northeast and southeast Nebraska, but everybody else still seeing snow. And then it just kind of starts spinning right over Nebraska. Flurries in southeast Nebraska, heavy snow in for the rest of the state. And then it just kind of fizzles itself out as we head through Tuesday. Notice it's kind of losing its bands of snow. And then by Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, still flurries out there, still some light snow showers, not quite done with the snow yet. But most of the heavy snow, if not all the heavy snow, is done by Wednesday morning. Weird storm. I mean, just very strange. Okay, so how much snow are we talking about? And again, this is just snow. If you'll notice that rain does kind of affect some of these because of smaller snowfall potential amounts. So I'll point that out when we get to it. But here's model number 1, like Omaha at 2.5, Beatrice at 2.5. That's because there's likely more rain in those couple of areas before it switches over to snow. But look at north central Nebraska, 14, 15 inches of snow. Central Nebraska, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9 inches of snow. This is a long range model, so it tends to overdo things just a little bit. It's not real good at the fine details. It kind of smooths over some things. So generally, this is anywhere from 2 to 14 inches across the state. Model number 2. This is again another long range model, but it also says central and northern Nebraska, the best chance for heavy snow. This has a lot of snow in central Nebraska, and then not as much. Look at Omaha. Doesn't have anything for Omaha because of the rain. Nebraska City, but you don't have to go far west. See, that's that line right there. That is a very hard line that we're going to have to be walking. And if you tip one way, no snow. Tip the other way, a lot of snow. So that's the problem with this forecast. But the further west and the further north you go, obviously higher amounts. Model number 3, we're getting into the middle ranged models now, where it doesn't look as far out, so it is better at fine-tuned details. Notice southeast Nebraska. This is accounting for more rain in southeast Nebraska, more snow for north central Nebraska, like O'Neill, Ainsworth, Broken Bow, anywhere from 8 to 12.5 inches of snow. Everybody else, 2 to 4, up to 5 or 6 in some areas. I kind of like this one. This one makes sense with the snowfall potential and the rain to the south and east and the more snow to the north. This one makes a little more sense. Model number 4, this one kind of makes some sense as well, but it has a little bit higher snowfall totals. So leaning towards maybe with as much moisture is going to be in this storm system, and we do have wind to worry about as well. So that's something else we'll talk about here down the road. But we do have higher snowfall amounts are harder to do when it's that heavy, wet snow. It's that light and fluffy snow when it piles up real fast. So this one probably overdone just a little bit. Model number 5. This one has I like this one too. This one makes a little more sense. This is accounting for that heavy, wet snow. North central Nebraska, anywhere from 8 to 10 inches of snow, maybe a little more in some areas. You can see pockets of purple there. That's your 8 to 12 inches. But we do have just about everybody else 2 to 4 inches, and then further south and further east, not as much. So this one, I like this one. Model number 5. This is a short range model too. This one doesn't go out as far, so it has better fine-tuned details. And that's kind of what this one is doing. I do like model number 5. This is probably the one I would go with if you were to ask me point blank. Model number 6, also another short range. This one has a little more. And again, I'm okay with this one too. I could see 12 to 14 inches in north central Nebraska, 8 to 10 for central Nebraska, and then anywhere from 2 to 6 inches of snow for just about everybody else. That makes sense. Now keep in mind, this isn't the only issue. A lot of snow, 12 inches or more north central, 8 to 12 inches in that purple, and then 4 to 8 for just about everybody else, and then 2 to 4 and trace to 2 in southeast Nebraska. That's mainly because of the rain. If that switches over to snow quicker, then of course those amounts will be higher. But there's going to be a lot of wind throughout the entire day, a lot of wind. So we're talking a north to northwest wind at anywhere from 40 to 50 to maybe 60 miles per hour, blowing all that snow around. So blizzard conditions are going to be possible as we head through Monday into Tuesday. So make sure you know all about that. So I'll post this on all of my social media channels. This is going to YouTube first. Would love it if you were a subscriber on there and tick the bell and all of that fun stuff. That would be great, trying to grow that channel as much as I can, because I think it's a great way to tell everybody and all of you guys, especially with live weather events too. So anyway, thanks for everything, guys. And if I have any more updates, I'll let you know. Good luck out there.